Hi, happy Thursday. It's Alisa from The Ripple Effect. The theme that I want to focus on today is regarding it's along the lines of being the change we wish to see, but it's really more about if there's something that we really wish that we were receiving from others, that it's such a great idea and it's so helpful to just give it to ourselves. And that could be with partners, children, parents, siblings, you name it. I know throughout my life, especially when I was younger, I didn't quite understand the importance of self-love. I, I was always seeking approval and validation from others, especially those people, of course, that I held most dear. And I don't think that's a bad thing to want that or to really value it and enjoy it. But I definitely was erring on the side of feeling like I needed it, and and I think really craving it, and I just didn't understand. And as I've gotten older and walked into walls, so to speak, and had many relationships that I found frustrating or unfulfilling, I've learned, I would say the hard way, many times, the importance of being our own best friend and being our own validator and being our own cheerleader. And again, it's wonderful. It is so wonderful when we get that from others. And if you're like me, you love love and you so appreciate being appreciated by others. It feels absolutely wonderful. But something that I'm really working on, and I would say I've been really focused on over the past few years, and most definitely recently, is regardless of what's going on in my external life, my external relationships, to really make sure I'm doing that very simple yet not always easy or obvious, rather, act of self love, self care, self nurturing. So, for example, I think, gosh, I would just really love to go on a vacation, or I would really love to just have something fabulous to look forward to, or just something exciting. That anticipation when you have a vacation planned, or let's say you have a really wonderful date and you're super excited about that. Well, if there's not something specific going on in that regard, I think it's great to just take ourselves out on a date or do something wonderful for ourselves that, again, a date would do, or if you were going on vacation. I'm actually thinking about taking myself on my own, excuse me, my own vacation. And that might be kind of fun because then you just explore and do all kinds of things. But anyway, I really just want to say that wanting external support or validation is just so wonderful. However, when we look at it or want it or view it from a place of really needing it to feel valuable, or we place, I guess, a lot of weight on that, and we don't feel very important or we don't feel very valuable when we're not getting that external validation, that can be really painful. And I think that sets us up for just disappointment. And I think it also sets us up for getting a lot of untruths, because who is really truly the best judge of our value? It really can't be external. And so I also want to say that it feels really wonderful, I would say optimally wonderful, to finally be able to give that to ourselves, finally be able to give the validation and the encouragement, and just in our hearts and our minds, just have that knowledge and that feeling and that just solid, I'm trying to think of the word, like really grounded to our core of, you know what, I am valuable even on my worst days when I'm not performing or whatever human thing I'm not doing to my own, internal compass. We tend to be really hard on ourselves. A lot of us have social anxiety stuff, and it can be uncomfortable, but ultimately, you get to choose, I get to choose how we feel about ourselves. And ultimately, um, it's really empowering to be like, oh, that's really great when someone's so nice and validating. But when we give it to ourselves, I would say that's the ultimate in satisfaction and fulfillment. So I wanted to encourage you, as I'm always encouraging myself, to be our own greatest fans. Enjoy our supporters, our fans, our loved ones who are so near and dear to us. But let's treat ourselves like we would treat our most cherished people. And I really think that self-love and that inward validation and acknowledgement is exactly what that little child in us is craving. And I think that will breed so much more inner peace and joy. And I wish that for you, and I wish that for me and all of us. So with that, I'll leave it at that. I wish all of you a fantastic week, a fantastic weekend, many, many blessings, and I look forward to talking with you next week. Take care.